story time with Madam Delina. Hello, boys and girls. Madam Delina is delighted to see your wonderful faces. Our story today has the most fascinating pictures. The animals seem to be playing hide and seek, so you'll have to look carefully for them to spot them. Noko the porcupine has travelled far and wide. He's tired and very hungry, but no one in the village will share their food. Can you smell that? Noko has a plan. So get comfortable, boys and girls, put your listening ears on, and don't forget to carefully spot the animals. QUILL Soup by Aloud Durant and Blankenaar. Noko the porcupine was hungry and tired. He'd been travelling through the valley of 1,000 hills and hadn't eaten for days. He saw a small village ahead and his spirits lifted. Food and shelter at last, he thought. Meanwhile, in the village, the animals caught sight of Noko. "There's a stranger coming!" squealed Monkey. "Quick, run to your homes!" shouted Meerkat. Noko trudged into the village. It was silent and empty. "Hello, friends!" he called, but there was no reply. Noko went to the first house and tapped on the door. "Yes," said Warthog. "I've travelled a long way and I'm very hungry," said Noko. "Do you have anything I can eat?" Warthog shook her big head. "I'm sorry," she replied. "I ate a big lunch and all my food is gone." Noko knocked at the next house. "How can I help?" asked Rabbit. "Please, I need some food," said Noko. "So do I," Rabbit exclaimed. "My greedy brother came to visit and ate all my food. I have nothing left." Noko knocked at Monkey's door. "Yes, what is it?" Monkey asked. "I wonder if you have any spare food to spare a poor traveller," Noko inquired. "We are poor villagers," Monkey grumbled. "We don't have any spare food." So Noko went to Aardvark's house and Meerkat's house and Pangolin's house. But he came away hungry. None of them, they said, had any food. By this time, Noko was very tired and very hungry indeed. But his brain was as sharp as the quills on his back. He could see from the villagers' sleek coats and rounded bellies that they were lying. He knew they had food. But how was he going to get some? He sat and thought. And after a while, he came up with a plan. "I wonder if I might have a little fire in a large pot of water," he asked the villagers. "Of course," they replied. They couldn't refuse him that. Noko put the pot on the fire to boil. "It seems I shall have to make my own food," he sighed. "I shall make QUILL soup." He plucked 3 quills from his back and dropped them into the pot. "But surely the quills are too hard and sharp to eat," Warthog said. "Wait and see. Soon they will soften and release their flavor to make a delicious soup," Noko explained. He bent over the pot and dipped in his paw. Then he licked it and nodded. Tasty, he said, just how His Majesty likes it. You've met the king? Squealed Meerkat. Many times, said Noko. I always make him QUILL soup. He loves it. Noko tasted the soup again. If only I had some carrots, he said ruefully. Rabbit's ears shot up. He wanted to taste QUILL soup that was fit for a king. I think my greedy brother may have left a carrot or two, he blurted, and he hopped away to fetch them. Noko added the carrots to the water and tasted the soup again. Lovely, he announced. Of course, the king likes millies in his QUILL soup. I've got millies, squealed Meerkat, and she ran away to find them. Each time Noko tasted the soup, there was something that needed to be added. Beans, peas, potatoes, spinach. In moments, as if by magic, all these things appeared. Now Noko's soup was thick and rich. Once again, he tasted it. Perfect, he declared. Unless, I don't suppose anyone has a few worms. Pangolin did. Noko told the villagers to fetch their bowls. There's plenty of soup to share, he said. And share they did. They drank bowl after bowl of the delicious soup in the firelight until the big pot was empty. Noko sat back, looked up at the stars, and yawned. I wonder if you might have a hole where I could sleep, he asked. A hole? Cried Monkey. For our friend who has cooked delicious QUILL soup for the king? And who has had the generosity to share it with strangers? Piped out Fok. No, my friend, said Monkey. You, Noko, shall have the very best bed in my house. You're too kind, Noko smiled. Before they went to their beds, Noko and the villagers sang together, shared stories, and danced in the moonlight. And later, with a full tummy and a happy heart, Noko the traveller went to sleep at last. The end. Noko used his brains to figure out a way to get food and was incredibly generous with the other villagers who were selfish in the beginning with their food. He made a way to win. And that is what I want you to remember, boys and girls. Whenever you're struggling with something, there is always a way to win when you use the clever ideas in your brain. Well done for listening so beautifully today, boys and girls. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye for today. I'll see you next time. So hip, hip, hooray!